hang on to their position, save as much fuel as they can, hoping that somebody else runs out of fuel and they can take that position away, potentially steal a win.
And with 4 to go, and 1.5 seconds behind, I think Kyle Busch's best chance to win this race is to start saving fuel. You heard him. Let him go. Save. Adam Stevens has had enough. His stomach is in knots. Let the 22 go. The best chance of us winning this race is that we save better than the 22.
And save more and stay in front of the 78 of Martin Truex Jr. Dave.
They just told Joey Logano save hard because Joey was switching something, Steve, in the cockpit. He had kind of a loud report on the radio, and then they said, yes, you can switch it.
So they have a lot of different adjustments, a lot of different settings in the cockpit, Dave. You know, they talk about the plan of saving fuel. Some guys even label it on the dash. Fuel savings 1, fuel savings 2, fuel savings 3. And there are different settings they could go to, whether it's short shifting at a different RPM rates or quitting shifting at all. But like Jeff said, as the 22 does that, the 18 catches them. It's basically a 175-mile-an-hour game of cat and mouse.
So normally the race is who can go the fastest and win. This race is who can go the slowest and win. I mean, it's such a reversal.
Oh, 22, potentially out of fuel. You see him shaking as he goes down Long Pond straightaway. He's run out of fuel. What does the 18 do now?
You know what he does? He goes, man, I wish I was saving gas this whole time. He still has to make 2.5 more laps.
They're on the same strategy. Can the 18 make it? So Joey Logano runs out of fuel going down Long Pond straightaway. Is he going to make it all the way around to get to his pit stop?
Listen, we talked about this. The math of whether you can make it or not is pretty simple, but there's a lot of question marks on whether the car is full of fuel or not. A lot of things go into this. This isn't a miscalculation. This is a calculated gamble by a team that already has a win.
And we see every week when it comes time to throw the checkered flag and get the win, all of a sudden the cars go faster. So if the cars are going faster, the drivers are pushing harder, guess what? They're burning more fuel. How do you calculate that?
7 seconds. Give it all back.
5.7 seconds was the gap. He said, give it all back. He doesn't want him going any faster. By the way, 2 laps of racing to go for Kyle Busch if he can make it. But he does have a 5-second cushion on Martin Truex Jr.
And Cole Perch telling Martin Truex Jr., you have 10 seconds back. 10 seconds back to Matt Kenseth. The 22 runs out of gas, and here you see more on pit road. The 3 of Austin Dillon, the 19's on pit road. There's a lot of guys short on fuel.
We're here in the 78 of Martin Truex Jr. has run out of gas. He also slow on the track. Now, will the 18 be able to hang on? Or has someone played that fuel conservation mode better? 1 lap to go. The white flag.
18's out. I think 18's out.
And he's very slow. He's trying to make it all the way around. He might be slowing way down just to let the guy behind him catch up because it's Matt Kenseth who was 16 seconds behind him.
He has 15 seconds. He can push the clutch in, coast when he can. But Jeff, I don't see it accelerating off the corner. I think he's completely out of fuel.
He's out.
He's shaking it, trying to get gas. The guy behind him, Matt Kenseth, could steal it.
Yeah, stay on the track. You can't use the access road. You have to stay on the racetrack. If you use the access road, you shortcut the corner.
But here comes Matt Kenseth, the yellow car coming up behind him. Matt Kenseth could steal this one away, or he's got Brad Keselowski behind him that could take it as well if Matt Kenseth can't hang on. Kenseth takes the lead away.
Kyle Busch will not make it back to the start-finish line. He will not make it.
Matt Kenseth has a win already this year, has won twice at Pocono. Can he add to those numbers? Will he have enough fuel? Matt Kenseth is going to win at Pocono.
The question now is how bad will the damage be for Kyle Busch? That's the question.
Oh, and he went to the access road, so he's almost submitting to say, I'm going to be the last car on the lead lap. With that, there were 22 cars on the lead lap, of which he has won. How about the finish for Jeff Gordon? Brad Keselowski comes home second. Jeff Gordon in his final Pocono race is third. Dale Earnhardt Jr., Greg Biffle gets a top 5 finish at Pocono. And there you see the 18 still creeping around the track, trying to get back to the start-finish line. He can't be assisted either. Another car cannot come up behind him and push him, and it doesn't look like he's going to make it. You resort to the...
Yeah, where to start around.
Yeah, I was going to say, you resort to the starter.
Yeah, he's already been using the starter, trying to get himself pushed around there. He just can't. He has so far to go. I just don't think there's any way he'll ever get there.
When we talk about pit strategies and fuel strategies, it's not always clear who's going to be the winner. Lock it happened at 2.5 miles. Matt Kenseth doing donuts on the front stretch.
Joe Gibbs racing again. It wasn't Kyle Busch. This time, it's Matt Kenseth. Kelly.
And Jason Ratcliffe sits atop the box here for Matt Kenseth. What were you thinking as you see everyone else around you run out of fuel, including your teammate, Kyle Busch?
Well, you know, with 20 to go, I knew we were a little short, and Matt started saving. I thought those guys in front of us could make it, actually. So when they started running out, I'm like, oh, man, what do we do? Do we push harder, or do we just keep saving and try to get back? And Matt did a fantastic job of maintaining his track position and saving fuel there. This has not been one of our better tracks, so to come home with a victory here is a dream come true. It's a great racetrack and a great day for us.
Second win of the season for the 20 car, Rick.
And we saw the 18 crawl across the start-finish line. And I'll let you know that drops him out of the top 30 in the points. So he was in where he was running in second. Now he's back outside the top 30 with the finish he had today. He comes home 20th. And the checkered flag, it's handed to Matt Kenseth, playing the fuel strategy perfectly. He's even got enough fuel that he's done burnouts, donuts, a victory lap. He's going to go back to victory lane. He has so much fuel.
Sometimes in a fuel mileage race, the best thing to be is not in contention. Because when you're not one of those first 2 or 3 cars, it's much easier to save fuel in 4th or 5th than it is in 1st or 2nd. Because the only worse feeling than running out of gas leading the race is finishing 2nd, knowing you had more than enough to push the leader.
The celebration has started for the 20 team. We'll hear from Matt Kenseth in victory lane when we return.